This truth no one tells you. When you hug a woman, she can feel who you are long before you say a single word. You might think it's just skin against skin, two arms around each other for a few seconds. But in that short moment, she's reading your energy. She's noticing your breathing, your tension, your stillness. She's asking herself, do I feel safe with this man? Do I want more of this? It's not your cologne, it's not your biceps, it's what you radiate. Every hug carries a message. And if you do it right, she won't just remember how you held her, she'll remember how you made her feel. So if your hug carries these 5 emotional shifts, your woman will feel something she can't fake: safety, desire, and loyalty. She won't wander, she won't compare, and she definitely won't forget you. So stay with me until the end of this video, because by the time we finish, you'll understand exactly how to give a hug so powerful that she keeps replaying it in her mind long after you've let go. And one small request before we dive in. If these words already hit something real for you, give this video a like. Your one simple click helps more men who are struggling through the same confusion finally find the truth about masculine presence and connection. Let's break down why this simple, everyday gesture is actually one of the most powerful moments of male presence. See, most men hug without awareness. They go through the motion, quick, friendly, polite. But women experience touch emotionally, not mechanically. When she hugs you, her brain releases oxytocin, the bonding hormone. It lowers her defenses and tells her body, this is someone safe. But here's the catch: oxytocin isn't automatic. It doesn't flow from contact alone. It flows from comfort, from trust, from your energy. If you're anxious or desperate for approval, she senses it like a glitch in the signal. Something feels off. The hug doesn't land. But when you're calm, steady, and grounded, her guard drops. She relaxes. You become rare. It's not magic. It's biochemistry meeting psychology. And in that union, attraction quietly grows. Stoicism comes into play here, not as cold detachment, but as emotional composure. The kind of inner stillness that tells her this man doesn't need validation, yet he chooses connection. That's the tone she feels. That's what makes your presence linger long after the hug ends. Let's begin with the first 2 of 5 emotional shifts you must master when you hug a woman. Step 1. Slow down time. Don't rush into it. When you go for that hug, breathe once before you move. Let your body language say, I'm here and I'm in control. Men who rush look uncertain. Men who pause radiate confidence. That moment of calm before touch is powerful. It tells her that you're secure in your rhythm, not begging for hers. Imagine this. You meet her after a long day. Her emotions are scattered. Maybe she's tired, distracted in her head. You step forward, smile softly, and open your arms. You don't lunge, you invite. She feels that difference. That single second of space makes her anticipate the embrace rather than brace for it. When your arms wrap around her, she exhales without realizing it. You just rewired her mood with one grounded motion. That's masculine energy in its quietest form. Step 2. Hold, don't grip. A hug is not a demonstration of strength. It's a transmission of safety. If you squeeze too tightly, she interprets it as tension. If you're too loose, it signals indifference. The secret is pressure with purpose. Firm but easy. Secure but never needy. From the female perspective, the right hug has rhythm. It tells her, I can lean into this person and not lose myself. It's physical reassurance combined with psychological relaxation. She'll remember that, not in words, but in her nervous system. She'll associate you with calm, and calm, to a woman who's used to chaos, feels addictive. Now I'll get deeper into the remaining emotional shifts and how your silence, body language, and restraint quietly build desire where words often fail. This is where presence becomes power. Step 3. Match her mood, then lead it. A powerful hug begins with attunement. Before you even touch her, observe her state. Is she upbeat or distant? Is her body open or guarded? Most men make the mistake of hugging in their mood, excited, impatient, or trying too hard to impress. But emotional intelligence means you tune in first. If she's calm, you stay calm. If she's emotional, you create steadiness. Your role isn't to mirror chaos, it's to absorb it. then gently shift the tone. Women notice this instinctively. They can feel when a man's energy grounds instead of competes. Picture this. She's coming to you frustrated after a stressful day. She vents, pacing around, sighing. Instead of interrupting or joking it away, you simply open your arm slightly. A patient invitation. She steps in. Your hug is quiet. You breathe slowly, deliberately. Her shoulders loosen. Her energy syncs with yours. That's leadership without words. Masculine calm doesn't mean lifelessness. It means consistent emotional frequency. And when you train that composure, women feel it. It gives her subconscious permission to relax. She'll connect your embrace with relief. And relief, my friend, creates attachment. Sorry to interrupt you, brother, but so far, we've already uncovered 3 of the 5 shifts. I hope you'll try them the next time you hold your partner close. And then come back and tell me in the comments what she felt after that powerful hug. And if you want to dive deeper into understanding women, relationships, and the silent red flags most men ignore, we drop videos like this every single day. So hit that subscribe button and keep leveling up with us. Step 4. Let silence speak. Here's where most men break the spell. They hug and instantly start talking. A compliment, a joke, a nervous laugh, anything to fill the silence. But silence isn't your enemy. It's a space where emotion gathers strength. When you hold her, don't rush, don't narrate it. Just be there. No explanations, no performance. Let your stillness communicate certainty. From her viewpoint, that silence isn't awkward, it's grounding. Her mind is used to noise, messages, opinions, notifications, 100 tiny voices telling her how to feel. Then, in your arms, there's nothing, just presence. She feels your heartbeat. She feels her own. And somewhere in that quiet, something ancient happens. She feels safe. When she finally pulls away, her eyes will linger for a second longer than usual. That's not confusion. It's her mind registering an experience that felt rare. That's when you know your silence spoke louder than any flirt line could. Step 5. Let go first, gently. Control isn't dominance. It's awareness. When you release the hug, be intentional. Don't cling. Don't wait for her to decide when to stop. Gently loosen your arms first. Step back with composed ease. This subtle action tells her, I enjoyed that moment, but I don't depend on it. Why does that matter? Because women are exquisitely tuned to power dynamics in small gestures. When you linger too long, she senses attachment. When you detach smoothly, she senses strength. Letting go first shows that your connection doesn't control you. You control the flow of it. That creates a quiet kind of intrigue. She might tilt her head, slightly surprised that you didn't hold on longer. And then, she'll start thinking about you more. Because the human brain craves completion. And when you master restraint, you flip the pattern she's used to. Women expect emotional chasing. They rarely meet a man confident enough to enjoy connection and release it without neediness. You just became that man. Each of these subtle choices, slowing time, holding with calm pressure, sinking energy, embracing silence, and releasing with control, communicate one central message. You are not desperate for her attention. You are present in your own power. And that message translates biologically, emotionally, spiritually. Now we'll dig deeper into what happens inside her mind after such a hug, why it lingers, why she replays it, and how that single act plants the seed of genuine desire and respect. This is where the emotional buildup unfolds, and your quiet strength starts to rewrite her perception of you entirely. Understanding her reaction and validating his experience. After a hug like that, she'll act normal. She'll chat, smile, maybe even change the subject. But something subtle has shifted inside her. That moment of composure, that rare calm, sticks with her. Later that night, maybe when she's lying in bed or scrolling through messages, her mind replays it. She remembers how still you were, how you didn't rush, how the hug wasn't about taking something, it was about being. And while she can't quite explain why, there's warmth when she thinks of you. Now here's the part you need to hear, because most men never do. You've been taught that to impress a woman, you must perform, show effort, prove your worth, chase, comfort her, text her first, compliment her often. But deep down, that endless pursuit leaves you anxious and exhausted. And when she pulls away, you tell yourself you weren't good enough. You question your body, your looks, your conversations. Brother, there is nothing wrong with you. You were just taught the wrong rhythm. Women don't fall for the loudest man in the room. They fall for the one whose presence speaks when his mouth doesn't. The one who doesn't need attention because he already commands his own peace. That's why that hug, that moment of masculine calm strikes so deep. It's rare, it's grounding. And for her, it's magnetic. You need to stop believing you're invisible just because others didn't know how to see you. Some men burn so quietly the world mistakes their heat for absence. But that quiet fire is the essence of male stoicism. Controlled intensity, focused warmth, nothing wasted. So if you've felt overlooked, or like every woman you want slips through your fingers, pause right here. Breathe. You're not too much and you're not enough. You just haven't been taught to own your stillness yet. Turning composure into control. Let's shift the focus. When you possess that quiet presence, something interesting happens. Women start to notice their own absence. See, when you're no longer chasing, your energy disappears from her usual pattern. The texts slow down, the attention goes silent, and suddenly she feels the void. At first, she'll ignore it. She'll tell herself she's just busy. But the female mind is wired for emotional contrast. She notices equilibrium by its loss. You were the calm in her chaos, the steady pulse in her storm. When she can't feel that anymore, regret starts whispering. She remembers moments where you didn't rush, didn't beg, didn't push. That memory turns from comfort into craving, and that's the turning point. The power flips. The more silent you become, the louder her curiosity grows. She'll check your stories, your online times, wondering if you've replaced her, not with another woman, but with yourself. That's the paradox of masculine energy. Detachment isn't coldness, it's gravity. The moment you stop clinging, everything you wanted gravitates back, drawn to your new emotional mass. She'll start texting first, maybe casually, maybe with a joking tone. But what she's really asking is, do I still feel safe in your presence? Do I still matter? And you, calm and composed, don't give her reassurance too quickly. You maintain your poise. You've learned that your value doesn't rise or fall based on her attention. That's what Stoicism teaches: stillness over desperation, boundaries over noise, weight over chaos. You're no longer explaining your worth, you're embodying it. Now we'll bring it all home. How to hold this power without arrogance, how to grow in silence, and how to let women rediscover your value while you build your empire in peace. This is the ultimate form of attraction. Self-mastery that commands respect long before it asks for love. Reclaiming your strength. Here's the deeper lesson behind all this. The hug is just a symbol. It isn't about technique, it's about energy. It's about your relationship to stillness, to emotion, to control. Because once a man learns how to be still in the presence of a woman without collapsing into need, he becomes unstoppable. That's why the hug matters. It's a small physical expression of something far greater: inner balance. Most men run from silence. They chase validation, chase response, chase attachment. Yet all that chasing comes from the same silent fear. If I stop trying, I'll be forgotten. But Stoicism whispers a different truth. If you stop chasing, you stop burning your own energy for people who don't value it. And the deeper you go into your own peace, the more visible you become, not to the world, but to yourself. Imagine walking into every interaction, every date, every hug, every conversation with no outcome in mind, just full centered presence. That's when you surpass the game. That's when women feel it. They can't categorize you. You're not trying to prove, to perform, or to win. You're simply there, authentic, grounded, unshaken. That's power, quiet, magnetic, unforced. So from now on, when you hug her or any woman, remember what that moment really means. You're not trying to make her want you more. You're reminding her what real male energy feels like: secure, calm, and rare. You're giving her a reference point for depth in a world addicted to surface. And equally important, you're reminding yourself that your worth doesn't depend on her reaction, because your value as a man doesn't live in her approval. It lives in your awareness. your discipline, your emotional restraint, your ability to stay grounded when everyone else scrambles for attention. Stop comparing. Stop trying to prove. Just build. Work on your craft. Train your body. Learn something difficult. Stand taller. Breathe slower. Speak less. The more you cultivate that internal composure, the more your interactions transform. You'll start noticing that women respond differently, not because you've memorized a trick, but because your frequency changed. You're no longer seeking energy, you are energy, and that shift, it attracts effortlessly. No overthinking, no games, no chasing. That hug, it's just the mirror showing who you've become. When a man learns how to find peace in himself, the world bends differently around him. People notice, opportunities widen. Suddenly, that same woman who ignored your attention starts watching quietly again. But by then, something astonishing happens. You don't even care, not out of spite, but from evolution. You've outgrown the need for confirmation. You've become independent of the storm. So when she finally comes back, when she texts, when she wants to reconnect, you meet her from a place of quiet dignity. You already know your value. You already know her desire doesn't define your worth. That's the highest masculine frame. Generous yet grounded, kind but unshakable. And that is what makes her want you more. Not manipulation, not pressure, not pretending, but genuine composure rooted in purpose. Now look back at your life for a second. Think of the last time you hugged someone you cared about. Were you truly present, or were you hoping for a response? Be honest with yourself, because your next hug could speak louder than any words ever could. So here's a question for you, one only you can answer. When the moment comes again, will you be the man seeking warmth or the man radiating it? So now we've uncovered all 5 powerful shifts, and you know exactly how to reclaim your presence every time you hold her. If something in these words hit you, drop a comment below. Tell me what you felt, or how your next hug changes things. And if you've stayed all the way till here, that means you're serious about understanding your partner and building something stronger. So your next step? Watch this video right here. The hidden signal she sends when she wants you. It'll open your eyes even more. If this one spoke to you, leave a like, share your experience in the comments, and subscribe for more deep, real conversations about women, relationships, and the psychology of connection.